It is the second day of the National Co-Creation Convening that has participants from the 36 states of Nigeria. This time, the stakeholders are having a panel discussion on issues of persons with disability.
Looking at this, we should not just take half bread and said, okay, because we have a gain, whatever they are giving us, we have a law. What is the content of the law? Is the law a true reflection of Nigerians' obligations contained in those conventions and charters that they have ratified? That is a very big question, and a question that the disability community must engage the government, because we say democracy is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. So since our engagement has led to the passage of this act, we should continue the engagement to ensure that we have a full representation of our rights. Because
presently in Oyo State, it is gazetted that every supervisory council, like we used to have 10 in the local government, one seat must be reserved for persons with disability. We started last year, so presently we have 33 of them in all the local government.
I'll just admonish and appeal to every one of us here that when we have opportunities like this, please let's be very honest. Let's tell ourselves how things are working, where we're coming from, so we can know how we can assist each other and move the cause forward.
Participants later had an interaction with the press where they expressed their opinion on domestication of the National Disability Act.
What we are expecting is that you recognize us for the resource that we have, for that those endowment that God has given to us. There are doctors in our midst, there are lawyers in our midst, there are professionals in our midst, and we believe that we can hold other positions apart from holding positions around disability matters only. Who tell them that I cannot become the Commissioner for Science and Technology? I studied computer engineering. I have a friend who is the Director of Legal Services at the Ekiti State University, who is a lawyer. So who said that he cannot hold serious positions that has to do with legal matters? So must we at all time be the special assistant to the governor on disability matters? No. So some of these issues, and by the time you look at certain sections of that law, be it the one in Ekiti State or the one at the national level, then you begin to realize that what we are being given are just tokenism.
Just 2 weeks ago, I had to be speaking English at a public supermarket, a mall, because the specifically marked parking bay area for persons with disability, one man and his big jeep parked beside it. And I went with my identity card, introduced myself to him, and I asked if he either brought someone with disability or himself is a person with disability. And he said no. And I said, sir, you need to move your car immediately. And he said, why? No, he didn't say why. He now decided to make an attempt at explaining to me why he parked. They said I was running late for my meeting. I smiled. I said, I'm sure you know that doesn't concern us. Please move your car. So the realities of persons with disability, yes, government has a huge role to play. But guess what? Even the individuals without disabilities themselves are such a problematic bunch to deal with. And the other bunch are people with disability who refuse to identify the fact that they have disabilities themselves. Yeah. It is not bad. Let us properly identify with you so that we can go ahead and do what it is that we're expected to do.
Focal person, voice persons with disability community of practice, Favor Ajara, called on the participants to brace up as they are expected to scale down the implementation of the Act through awareness and publicity.
As of today, we still see lapses in implementations, and also we see lapses in states domesticating the act for use. So this event is basically for us to come together to discuss ways in which government can know that this law has its role to play in the life of persons with disabilities. Participants came from the 36 states of the country, so we'll make sure that after this event they will go back to their individual state, because we have some of the SSAs, to the governors on disability matters here. We have the ES, which is the Executive Secretary on Disability Matters at the state level. We have some of the DGs, then we have some of the Agency for Disability Matters here. So by the time, after this whole discussion, by the time they go back to their various states, they are going to put in a total work in place. So it's like they have a serious homework to do when they go back home, to make sure that whatsoever thing they've learned from this event, they will go back home and do a step-down training and also do a step-down advocacy, awareness creation, because we were made to understand that many people are not even aware that the disability law even exists. So awareness creation and the step-down training is one of the things that they are committing to do when they go back to their various states. So that
Emmanuel Onu, News 24.